Just how powerful is this woman? Before all this, Annie had accidentally traveled to the modern world, where she learned advanced medical science. After rising to fame as a top-tier doctor, she found herself back in the fantasy world she had once known. But this time, Annie wasn't going to be anyone's useless queen. This time, she'd become a legendary healer. Her noble family thought she was joking. To bring her back to reality, they sent her to the most underfunded and hopeless hospital in the kingdom. The next day, Annie arrived for her interview. Kevin, the attending doctor, casually asked her for her credentials. When he heard she was self-taught, he nearly laughed. But since she was sent by account, he couldn't just throw her out. So, he took her to the harshest ward in the entire hospital. The patients here were all terminal cases, long past any hope of recovery. Annie scanned the room calmly and asked, should I cure their underlying illnesses first, or focus on easing their pain for now? Kevin was stunned. She diagnosed every patient at a glance. Still, he warned her, you can do what you want, just don't try any treatments. These patients are as good as dead. With that, Kevin left. The patients, seeing Annie's noble dress and delicate features, scoffed. They didn't believe for a second that she had any real skill. Annie didn't mind. She simply began cleaning the ward with the nurses. But then, one patient suddenly groaned in pain. It was Jack, who had fallen from the rooftop and fractured several ribs. Annie turned him gently, noticing a nasty case of bed sores from prolonged immobility. Her expression turned serious. She immediately requested a prepped operating room. Everyone froze. Annie was going to operate herself? Jack was nervous. The nurses were unsure. Annie calmly sterilized her hands, administered anesthesia, and requested a scalpel. Though hesitant, a nurse handed it to her. Her hands were steady. The staff could barely believe what they were seeing. In a matter of minutes, Annie had expertly cleaned and dressed the wound. Jack let out a breath of relief. His pain significantly lessened. The next day, Kevin arrived at the ward and thought he'd walked into the wrong room. Annie, exhausted, was asleep in a chair. As Kevin approached to wake her, the other staff stopped him. They explained what happened last night. Kevin was furious when he heard Annie had performed a surgery. He demanded she take him to the patient. But when he examined Jack's wound, even Kevin had to admit, the treatment was flawless. Still, he couldn't believe it. Even as Jack defended Annie, Kevin remained in utter denial.